Hello everybody, it's Shady here, and today I want to talk about the latest leak to do with the Switch 2, or rumor I guess, because obviously, it's pretty much guaranteed that's coming out this year, so the rumor meal has really ramped up. So yeah, what is it? So basically, it appears as if the Switch 2 is expected to be announced in the first quarter of 2025, which I think is pretty expected, It just makes sense. If it's coming out this year, you can announce it the first part of the year, aren't you? So, by the end of March, it will probably more than likely be announced. I already stated in a previous video that I think it will be February time. And yeah, I think it'll be announced, then they'll start off the hype train, and then yeah, I believe Q3 is when it'll be out. So probably like September, October time, something like that is what I would expect. And then yeah, I mean possibly it could be out holiday, so Q4 maybe, but I personally think Q3. Also when they announce it, I don't expect there to be a price or specific date first thing. Maybe they will, who knows? It could be the case that they, everything is on the table straight away. But typically console announcements, they don't do that. They like to, withhold certain bits of information. But yeah, it may be the case that they announce everything, the price, the structure, some of the games, launch titles possibly, or at least launch window games, and then just have pre-orders live like ASAP. Like, that could be the case, you never know. It could be that it comes out in the summer, maybe, you never know. It's really hard to tell, because obviously the thing is, there is a few games coming to Switch, as we know, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Metro Prime 4 are two big games, the Trails to the Sky remake at the end of the year, just a bunch of big games there. So there's a few games coming to Switch at least, so, but yeah, not enough to kind of carry it for a whole year. So yeah, there is a possibility. Yeah, I think there could be a possibility it comes out in, July, August time maybe, you never know. Because I think there's just going to be enough hype around it anyway. And yeah, obviously, some of my concerns, I don't know if, because the first Switch was pretty much carried by a lot of Wii U hardware. The failure of the Wii U benefited the Switch massively because there was no game droughts. So yeah, I still fear that that could be the case with this model, or with the second console, but we never know, because the thing is, it just felt like as soon as it was released, it was just great game after great game constantly. It never had a dry spell or bad year, and that's going to be really bloody hard to replicate with the second system, so we're gonna have to wait and see what they do with that. Obviously we'll just have to wait and see, really. A few things I kind of want to speak about as well as possible potentials. Like obviously I think we could potentially see two SKUs. I don't think we're gonna have a digital model, but I think there's a possibility Nintendo may do a version that doesn't come with the dock to try to cut down the price. They might do like a basic set, if you will. And the reason I think this is because obviously I don't see this thing being any cheaper than $350 at the most. I've said $380, that's what I think. And I think you could do a version that doesn't come with the dock that you could release for under 300, like $299 maybe, just to have a budget version. There's people who will just play it primarily as a handheld system, and you can cater to that market. And it won't quite be the Switch Lite, but it'll be like the equivalency. And then obviously at a later date, they can just buy the dock separately. So I think it just makes sense, because they will, like with the first Switch, they will be selling the dock separately anyway. So, I never quite understood that. I guess it was just for a replacement, or if you wanted it in a different room. But I mean, it'd make more sense if you release a version that doesn't have the dock to then sell the dock separately. And by the looks of it, it's going to be a little bit more substantial, because obviously, you know, it may have some sort of cooling system or actual processor inside of it built in to help with the upscaling technology potentially. We have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I think that's about what we can expect anyway. Yeah, I'm just excited to see this thing finally be announced. You know, it feels like, yeah, it's been 8 years since the original system was released. A very long time. You know, typically Nintendo don't have console life cycles this long. And, you know, the Switch will still be supported for another couple of years at least. You know, there's still some big games coming out this year, and I'm sure there'll be enough cross-gen releases. Tons of indie games and RPGs will still have versions on it. But yeah, I think the most important thing though is, you know, as long as it's a significant boost power-wise, because obviously it's going to be the base hardware for a lot of smaller developers and Japanese developers, isn't it? So, like, especially for JRPGs. So yeah, I'm just really interested to see what it can do, what games are going to be announced for it, and pretty much that's it. Yeah, that's all I really have to say anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. If you like the video, you know, like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and I'll catch you in the next one.